Hi guys, welcome. In this video I will be doing a March bullet journal flip through. It is the middle of the month and I just wanted to do an updated bullet journal flip through to show you guys how I set up my bullet journal. So this year I am using a lined journal. I usually use a dotted journal, but I wanted to try something new and I went for a very simple look for this March. I usually do a lot of decorating in other spreads and I've just realized that sometimes spreads go to waste and it really frustrates me sometimes to spend so much time doing something and then not even using it. So I just tried to do a very simple spread this month. So this is my cover page. I used these flower wreaths and I did block letters for my title. On the next page I wrote a quote. I've decided to write a quote for each month and it's basically just a way to keep myself inspired, to remind myself of why I'm doing what I'm doing and to just keep moving. And this month's quote was, "You have been assigned this mountain to show others it can be moved." And I also want to just write out my ideas here, sort of like a mini brain dump. And so far it has been working for me. I really think that when I get discouraged and I remind myself why I need to keep moving and need to keep pushing, I go back to this quote and it helps me out. So on the next page we have my month at a glance sort of, and I did it in this format. So on the side here I just wrote down the days from the 1st to the 31st and I split the page in half, and on one side I put my personal obligations or things that I need to fulfill, and then on the other side I did YouTube obligations. And I really want to spend this year taking care of myself, but also just breathing and allowing myself to calm down. So I decided that I'll do a little self-care section on the next page. The things that I want to focus on this year are meditation, hydration, spirituality, exercise, and just manifestation and journaling and drawing, because that makes me feel better and that's what I want to be focusing on. I also used this space to write down a section for my goals and a section for my tasks. So the difference between goals and tasks is that goals are the things you want to achieve and tasks are the steps that you're going to take to achieve your goals. So this month I wrote down 7 goals and I wrote down 7 steps. But sometimes my tasks and goals are not related. They're just things that I need to get done and things that I want to achieve. On the next page I put a mood tracker. So in the past I've always created a very big mood tracker where I was tracking how I felt, not in this minimal block-like display, and it always just went to waste because I didn't really spend time tracking how I felt. But this month I've been very consistent. I just narrowed down my feelings to 4 basic emotions that I experience, and also I'm just tracking the number of anxiety attacks that I have, because that has been something that I have been struggling with lately, and it is something that I want to monitor so that I can manage it better. So the 4 main emotions were just happiness, depression, sadness, and indifference, because that's usually how I feel. This month has been really good. I used pink to represent happiness, and there's quite a lot of pink, which is new. I never really have this much pink. I have some blue here because on these 2 days I was feeling a bit down. and I've only had anxiety attacks 3 days out of the last 16 days, so that's really good. I used the bottom half of this page to just record the weekly highlights, and I'll just write down the major things that happened in that week. And on the next page, I just use it as a gratitude spread, and I write down all the things I'm grateful for. And yeah, it's empty right now because I have been using another book that I got specifically for gratitude. It is based on the book The Secret. You use it to write down things that you're grateful for and for manifestation. So that's where I've really been writing down the things that I've been grateful for, but I will transfer a lot of it onto here. On the next page, I just use it to plan out my YouTube filming and upload schedule, and yeah, I write down my video ideas, and that's pretty much it. Now on to weekly spreads. So in the first week of the month, I didn't really plan anything. I only had one day where I wrote down the tasks that I had to do and the habits I wanted to track that week. I used to make a really big habit tracker like the mood tracker, but I found that it really didn't work for me. I struggled to track a lot of habits, so I just decided to make a weekly one, and that's really been working for me. I haven't been making really creative weekly spreads because I also find that sometimes I don't use them, so I've just been making ones that are practical, that I can just jot down what I need to do and I know that I'll utilize them. So in the second week, that's what I did. I made a Dutch door, which I thought was super cute. So on the Dutch door, I put my habit tracker, I put a place where I could write notes, and on the other side I put a sleep tracker because I really want to track my sleeping habits because I haven't been getting much sleep. I've had quite a lot of insomnia and I just wanted to see how I've been sleeping. And yeah, my habit trackers, I used pink and silver. Pink was whether I had done it or not, and silver was not doing it, and I think it turned out pretty well. So on the side, I just put down the tasks that I'd need to achieve for each day, and I would tick if I had achieved them, and I would move it forward if I need to do it on a different day. In the middle, I'd either write down a journal entry, so just like what happened on the day, how I was feeling, or just more to do things and how I'm gonna get things done. And yeah, that's basically what I did. And in the bottom here, I just split Saturday and Sunday because I don't really do much on Saturday and Sunday, and I didn't feel the need to go on a completely new page just to do those 2 days. Onto my third week spread, which is the week we're currently in. I made a header where it says March week 3, and then I made a box at the top that displays the things that I need to get done this week, and I just put the things that I need to get done in each day, and under each day I could just write down what's happening that day or how I'm gonna get those things done, if that makes sense. On the side, I did a really small habit tracker. It's so small, guys, wow. On the side, I just wrote down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the habits that I want to track. I always just make sure I have 5 habits each week, and sometimes they're based on habits I've already tracked in the past weeks, or they're based on things that I just want to track that week specifically. One of them has been hydration for a very long time because I always struggle to hydrate, and it's one thing that I'm trying to get better at. So yeah, that's basically my bullet journal, and yeah, it's nothing fancy. I left the space open just to write down some things about how I'm feeling and whatnot. I really want to get in touch with my feelings, as you can tell, because there's a lot of writing that down. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to see more bullet journal flip-throughs, definitely let me know. If you'd like to do a plan with me where we can plan one together, I can also do that. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another video with me again. Bye.